What's going on, guys? I'm going to keep this intro short to the video because I don't want it to be too long. However, I just want to preface this video by saying a while ago, about a month ago, I made a Google Doc while I was bored called Fallout 4 One Step Forward, Two Steps Back. And it was basically, I was a script for a video I was going to make that included all of my complaints of Fallout 4 into one video. However, looking back on it, I realized it's a bad idea just simply because I think every topic should be more expanded on than just one video. So in this video, I read off the script of it from basically the beginning of the script to the first point of my disagreement with the game, which is dialogue, and then I kind of improv. That makes it sound like more better than what it is. I just continue on with the thoughts I had in the paragraph. So basically, that's what this video is going to be. Hope you enjoy. Before I start the video, I'd just like to say that this took a lot of time and effort, and a like or subscription would be much appreciated. If not, I still hope you enjoy. Fallout 4 has been getting a ton of praise from critics and fans alike, but as someone who has thousands of hours into most of the Fallout games, there are problems with Fallout 4 that I can't let go unmentioned. In this video, I'd like to mention some issues that need to be brought up with Fallout 4. To anyone saying this is just a Fallout 4 hater video, turn this video off. I've seen so many people deflect any criticism of Fallout 4 as that person's a hater, when really, no game is perfect and problems should be discussed so they can be fixed or changed for the next installment. I just want to improve the game. I'm a huge fan of the series, just like you guys. Although Fallout 4 has taken many positive steps forward for the series, it's taken steps back as well. Let's talk about a few of them. I could honestly make a separate video for every point, which I'm doing right now, I'll be talking about, but I thought it would be best just to cover it in 1 to 2 videos. Not true. I have timestamps in the description if you want to skip around. Not true, because it's only one topic. Please comment and tell me what you guys think, but be polite. I'd also like to preface the rest of this video by telling you that all these experiences come from survival difficulty. I don't find the game to be too challenging on any other difficulty, but I'll save that for later. Finally, I start talking about the freaking dialogue system. So this is what I wrote for the dialogue system, and you guys will about to hear it in 1 sec. Like I said, this was originally just all the topics in one video, so this is very shortened and quick, and I'll expand on it, after I'm done reading what I wrote. Dialogue. I think pretty much everyone agrees with this. Fallout's dialogue system was always one of the best parts about the game, especially New Vegas and Fallout 2. The creative and witty responses brought life to the NPCs and allowed for great role-playing ability. This has been severely limited in Fallout 4. If we just look at the basics of this system, it still isn't doing well. You can only ever have 4 dialogue options, and you can never actually see what your character is going to say. This leads to saying things you may not have intended, as well as limiting the creativity of NPCs and the player character. I don't have too much of a problem with the character being voiced, however some people do, so I feel like it should be mentioned. This system is also missing more side features present in previous Fallout games, but not here, such as low intelligence dialogue, using other skills to pass speech checks, and telling you the percent to pass a speech check, which in my opinion should be replaced by the superior New Vegas version, which guarantees passing a speech check if you have a certain threshold of charisma and speech. These features added quirks and mainly replayability to every character you played. I'm assuming they were taken out because of how limiting the dialogue wheel is versus the dialogue box. That's what I originally wrote, and I'm going to expound on it, or expand on it. I don't even know if expound's a word, I just said it. I'm going to expand on it here right now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I don't like the idea that you have the dialogue wheel that is present in, say, something like Mass Effect. The reason that it actually works in Mass Effect compared to Fallout 4 is a few reasons. Number one, because there's karma in the game. There's like karma choices, like you can play a good character or a bad character, and you might be able to say, well, you can still play that in Fallout 4. Not necessarily. You can, but it doesn't have an effect on anything. No one cares really whether you steal stuff if you're not caught. I mean, it doesn't affect anything really. Your dialogue choices don't change because you're a worse character versus, a good character. They're all the same dialogue choices no matter what. So that's one reason why it works in Mass Effect and not in this game. The second one is because BioWare has been doing this for years. They know what they're going to put in the dialogue wheel and then what's going to happen on screen, and it almost always correlates. There's a few times in the games where it doesn't really make sense and you're like, how did that, what's up with that? But really, it's a pretty rare occasion. Also, they mastered the wheel way better than Fallout 4 has it. You can investigate, you can ask questions. There's usually, more choices than just good, bad, middle. And it doesn't lead you into one choice over the other, if you know what I'm saying. Like, Like with Fallout 4 example, if I say sarcastic and then I say, which, it's funny because I can't even, I can just sum up a whole section of the dialogue in the entire game by just saying it's sarcastic dialogue. That's silly. However, if I pick X on an Xbox controller, because that's what I use to play the games, I think Fallout 4 is bad for PC interfaces, but that's a whole nother video. If you're using an Xbox controller, X, Y, B, 90% of the time, B may be less so, but still there. It'll just force you to pick the A option. It's silly. It's ridiculous. It's kind of stupid that they even have that in the game if that's going to be the case. If you're just going to force me to pick option A, just put option A on there and just have them say it for me. You know what I mean? I just don't like the idea that it gives you this illusion of choice that I really hate. What else? Let's see. Oh, okay, the NPCs. It's just kind of annoying sometimes. Some of them can be just boring, but that's really a minor complaint. They're present in all the games, and so I think if we're talking about purely versus the other games, I think that kind of should be nixed. Although I still think they should. A few of the NPCs, companions is mainly what I'm talking about, are just boring, and you don't really care about them. A few more of them, more so in this game compared to the other ones, but still I think the companions were done really well in this game for the most part. Speech checks. Speech checks are stupid in this game, plain and simple as you want to talk about it. It's yellow, orange, and red, and you never know. It's like, sometimes you pass it, sometimes you don't. I'm assuming it's not just once you have this amount of karma, you're orange. I'm assuming there's like a gradient to all of it. It makes no sense. They don't explain it. It's stupid. It's silly. I can't even... What were they thinking is all I can really say whenever speech checks come up. Skill checks. Also, like if I have a high enough guns or something, well, I guess you don't really have skill checks here, so that pretty much nixes that entire category, which, once again, leveling system's a whole nother video. I can talk about how stupid the leveling system in this game is for days to come, but if you actually want to see a really good video on how dumb the leveling system is, you can go watch William Strife, who makes really great Fallout videos. His Fallout weapon guides I've watched 100 times over. I love Fallout and I love his videos. I'll link to his leveling video in the description. Yeah, but you don't have any of this stuff like creative low intelligence dialogue. I actually made a low intelligence character just to see if this was in the game. It's not there. It's just stuff like that that's kind of annoying. That it's like, we have Fallout as a series. We know what is in the series. Why are you trying to like change everything now just to appeal to a wider audience of people who don't typically like RPGs? And you might say, well, that's a good thing. Get more people into the series. Yes, but at the same time, you're alienating people like me who are huge fans of the series. Wow, that was weird. Huge fans of the series. Now I don't really care about Fallout 4 anymore. I'm still going to get the DLCs, yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, why should I care about the series anymore if you're just going to dumb it down? And I think that's a lot of how people felt about Skyrim. I actually disagree with a lot of people on Skyrim. I think it was awesome. I think that the leveling system wasn't that great, but Skyrim's a whole another topic, and it kind of ties in with the leveling system, at least for me personally, in that it sucks, just like Fallout. And I think they were like, Fallout, Skyrim's such a huge success, let's make all, Skyrim's things, put them into Fallout. And that was actually one of the biggest things I was worried about when in Fallout 4. I was going to make a video about it, but I never got around to it. But if you, you can watch, what's his name, Wings of Redemption was talking about in a video before. He said, or maybe in a stream or something, he was like, the one thing I really don't want is Skyrim's leveling system in Fallout. Keep it the way it is. That's what makes Fallout great. Of course, they did it, and no one likes it, except for people who are brand new to the series, don't know anything else. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am just going to probably just record a bunch of them right now while I'm at it and add gameplay and upload them later. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the dialogue system in the comments below. Peace out.